Hi guys and welcome to prediction week 5. We are back after the international break, quite a successful international break as well. England just one game away from qualifying now for the Euros 2020, but we're back to the serious stuff now, which is the Premier League. 12:30 tomorrow, Liverpool versus Newcastle. Can't really see many problems for Liverpool in this game, especially being at Anfield. So I'm going to go Liverpool 3, Newcastle 1. On to the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We have Manchester United versus Leicester. What's going on at Manchester United? I seem to be having this conversation every single blooming time now. I think I went for a patch last year of doing it with Arsenal. It seems to be I'm going for a patch of doing it with Manchester United now. 1-0 up against Southampton. It's all going great. Southampton didn't even get out their own half in the first half. Second half, Man United went to sleep. And Southampton got it back to 1-1. But then Southampton went down to 10 men. With 20 minutes to go, you'd have thought that Manchester United would have grown stronger. And I was sitting there when they went 10 men down with 20 minutes to go. I sat there and I said to myself, Man United's got this game now. They've won this game. But they didn't. They didn't really even test the keeper at all. It's almost like, are they even playing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what's going on at Manchester United at the moment. I don't think De Gea signed a new contract yet. They're still having this problem with Paul Pogba. It's a big, massive mess at Manchester United tomorrow. And I think they're going to struggle against Leicester tomorrow as well. I don't think Leicester will beat them, but I don't think Leicester will lose to them either. There's no confidence in that Manchester United team whatsoever at this moment in time, in my personal opinion. I'm going to go Manchester United 1, Leicester 1. And I say, if these results keep carrying on, I think Manchester United are going to be looking at a new manager very soon. But again, they're going to keep doing this, and they're never going to improve because, they'll get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They'll bring somebody else in, but then the board won't back the new manager. They'll keep having results like this, and it's just going to be like they're just going to keep going around in a circle and a circle and a circle. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Sheffield United versus Southampton. I'm going to go for a tight, tough game in this one. I'm going to go Sheffield United 1, Southampton 1. Then we have Brighton versus Burnley. Again, this could be a really, really tough game for both opposition, but I'm going to go for Brighton to nick it because they're the home side. I'm going to go Brighton 2, Burnley 1. Next, we have quite a good game here. We have Wolves versus Chelsea. It's at the Molineux. I think Wolves will have some very, very good chances to win this game tomorrow. But I'm going to give a draw. I'm going to get Chelsea to take something out of this game. I think the difference between Manchester United and Chelsea is you can actually see that Chelsea are actually improving as each game goes on. Yes, they're not getting the results, but they're actually improving. And I would say at this moment in time, Chelsea, I'd say by Christmas, they'd be pretty much up there. They'd be pretty much around the top 4 by Christmas if they, they stick to their structure and keep gaining their confidence. I'm going to go for a draw for this weekend though because I think Wolves is a tough test to go to. So I'm going to go Wolves 1, Chelsea 1. We then have Tottenham versus Crystal Palace, a bit of a derby there. But excuse me. I'm going to go for a win, come to win actually, for Tottenham. I'm going to go Tottenham 3, Crystal Palace 1. At 5:30, I've gone for a really, really, really lively game for this one because Norwich have really, really impressed me. We have Norwich versus Manchester City at 5:30, and I've gone for a really, really lively one. I'm going to go Norwich 2, Manchester City 3. I really hope we have a lively game because Norwich have really, really impressed me this season. Okay, I know it's only been 4 games, but they look really, really decent. And again, I think if they carry on the way they're doing, I think they'll finish quite high towards the end of the season. So, how long may it continue? On to Sunday's kickoffs. At 2 o'clock, we have Bournemouth versus Everton. Again, I've gone for a lively game. We started off, just before the international break, we started off really lively actually with the Everton-Wolves game. It was 1-0, then it was 1-1, then it was 2-1, 2-2, and it was a really, really, really lively game, and I was really, really enjoying it. But then it went back to what I thought it was going to be, stuck in midfield and battling it out, left, right, and centre. But it started off really, really, really good. So I'm gonna try and go for that again for this weekend. I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, Everton 2. At 4:30 we have Watford versus Arsenal. Again, Arsenal's impressed me in parts. First game of the season, didn't play great against Newcastle, but we grinded out a result. I thought in the second half against Burnley, we're pretty much dominant, and we got we deserved the 3 points. Trying to think who we played after that. Oh, Liverpool. Again, it wasn't a thrashing. We were still going, even though we were 3-1 down. The mentality looks like it's changing. And, to go 2-0 down against Tottenham, stupid penalty to give away by Granit Xhaka. I can more or less, forgive Leno. It's a goalkeeper, it happens. And he did make up for it in the second half. He made some really, really, really top world-class saves in the second half. So as a goalkeeper, they happen. But as for Granit Xhaka, you're the captain. It's a derby day, you're supposed to step up. The player's going nowhere. Why are you lunging in like that? Absolutely stupid footballer. Really, really test my patience. And I feel with that penalty, we absolutely gifted Tottenham a point in that derby, because I thought Arsenal were really dominant. I thought, Tottenham, apart from Harry Kane hitting the post, I don't think Tottenham did a lot, to be fair. Apart from, actually in the second half, I think Leno made like two world-class saves, and with Harry Kane hitting the post. But other than that, apart from us giving them a tap-in and the penalty, they did fuck all in that game, and they've got a point out of it. But on the plus side of that, we did, bounce back, superbly, 2-0 down to get it back to 2-2, and we could have actually won it 3-2 in the end as well. Again, Watford's going to be a tough test. Watford will be a tough test, but we've got to win. We've got to win this. I think I said at the start of the season, I don't think I said it on air, but I said to myself, with the first 5 games that we had of the season, I said maximum would have to be 12 out of 15, because I wrote us off for Liverpool straight away. I wrote us off, so I said minimum 12. The maximum would have to be 10. If we haven't done any more than 10, it's a foul to for your first 5 games of the season. No disrespect to Watford, no disrespect, to the teams that we've played, apart from obviously Tottenham and Liverpool. You should be getting 3 points, and we have so far. We've got 3 points against Newcastle. We got 15 points. We got 3 points at Newcastle. We've got 3 points against Burnley. I'm expecting 3 points against Watford. So I would have said that 10 out of 15 points. That would be good enough. Obviously, I would have preferred 12, and we could have nearly got it, but we didn't. So we've got to win this game on Sunday for me. So I'm going to go Watford 1, Arsenal 2. And at 8 o'clock we have Aston Villa versus West Ham. Again, this is going to be quite a tough game. The 2 claret teams as well. I'm going to go Aston Villa 1, West Ham 1. So that's been my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I will see you next week for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.